Welcome back. After a late night turned into an early morning, we are joined live now in the studio by Mayor-elect Olivia Chow. Olivia, good morning and congratulations.
Good morning.
This is big news.
Yeah, it's massive. When we talk about off camera, how was your mind, how was your heart when back and forth you and Anna Bailao, it seemed like she was ahead for a little bit, then you just surged. How'd you feel?
I feel really grateful. And you talked about heart. My heart is full because it's so exciting to be given this opportunity to serve, to work with others, and to grow and to learn, but really to get something done for people. And people have said to me, I've heard so many stories about how much they need City Hall, whether it's getting more affordable housing, fixing TDC, you know, things, very ordinary things that are really important for a whole lot of people. So, yeah, so it's very excited.
For sure, and you have a really big, challenging job ahead of you. So let's talk about getting things done, Olivia. What will be your first act as mayor, you know, after you're officially sworn in?
Well, actually, this afternoon, I'm going to be at City Hall getting a briefing from the city manager, and I'll be hopefully meeting with all the councillors. And normally it takes 5-6 weeks to get sworn in. I thought, I need to get to work now. So I said, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. let me get sworn in 2 weeks, right? Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Top of the agenda, like if there's an issue like transportation or if it's hiring
housing. Let's get the housing, especially there are some social housing from nonprofit organizations. They have been waiting for 2 years to get approved. So they got the money, they got the land, they got the building, everything's ready. They just need the approval, shovel can hit the ground. So I'm going to say, come on, let's get this moving. So that's what I'll be focusing on first. Yeah.
Okay. And I just want to get some clarification because during the campaign, a lot of people feared this whole issue of raising property taxes and the municipal land transfer tax. And we know that you want to create more affordable housing for people, let's say homeless people who don't even have houses or people who are really struggling. But in terms of addressing the missing middle, people who are making a salary right now, they can maybe afford things to eat, but life is hard for them.
Yes.
Do you have a plan for them? Should they be worried about how much their taxes will be going up?
No, they shouldn't be worried. Property tax, usually it's about, the city budget is next March. There's quite a bit of time, right? And the other thing is you spoke about land transfer tax. That's only 2%, right? 2% of so 98% of the home buyers won't be impacted. You talked about the middle. There is something called missing middle, which is being able to build up your home. So if you owned a home, right, and it's 1 or 2 story, and you want to build a bit more, so you could do so. In the past, you have to apply, there's lots of red tape. So I'm saying, hey, build up to 4 stories. If you want to have 4 units, you can rent out 3 of them, earn some money, right? Then you are creating more housing. You are earning some extra dollar. Let's make it easy and fast for you. So for an ordinary homeowner, if they live in a bungalow style or 1 story, 2 story, if they want to expand it, do it now. So I want to unleash the power of the homeowner and say to them, go build it because we need housing right here in the city.
So you're about cutting the red tape.
Right, that's good. And then, but would that extra income help pay for these increased property taxes? We talk missing middle, but middle-class people who are, $1 million mortgages or anything like that, million plus. I'm not saying gigantic homes.
Yeah.
We're already paying a good amount per month of property taxes.
I know.
Should they be worried? Because I have friends who are just in the real estate market for the first time. They're a little bit worried right now.
Oh, don't worry, because if they a first-time home buyer, the federal government have a grant, and the city and the first-time home buyer also have the land transfer tax. There's a grant involved.
But should they expect a property tax jump?
No,
a big
like they're looking, modest. But you're looking at 9 months from now, right? About that. Lots will happen between then. What we need to do is come together and say to the provincial and the federal government, say, hey, this is a big city. This is the heart, economic engine of Canada. And we have so many people living here, right? The third biggest city in North America. Please help us out on the public transit, because right now, both level of governments, they just say, you deal with it, right? And the highways, you deal with it. And so it's all from poor little property tax owner, right? So that's hard. So we need some kind of revenue that would grow with the economy. We just had Pride weekend. We're going to have Caravana. Think of the economic benefits from those big parties, big parades. The city won't get a penny of it. That's not fair. I know, it's totally not fair. So we say, yeah, come on. We generate all this revenue for other levels of government, so share it so that we could deal with our homelessness problem, fix our transit, let's work together. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, and Olivia, you know, we've seen your campaign promises. We also saw that Anna Bailão got endorsed by 10 city councillors. You did as well, from some new members to council. But I mean, 10 councillors, that could be a significant number of councillors opposing your agenda. I know you addressed this before in the media. You said you wouldn't be using strong mayor powers. Is that still the case? You're not going to use them?
I believe in democracy. Every day we're seeing people around the world fighting or dying or being jailed for democracy. That's important. Democracy is 50% plus one. I'm looking forward to working with all the councillors. And Anna Bailão have long relationship with these councillors. I have some. So I will be rebuilding those relationships with the ones that have been there, that are still serving when I was in council, and some of the newer ones. So looking forward to working together, starting actually this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to get a head start as the new mayor.
Right.
Okay.
Have you heard from Premier Ford? Or
yes, I
else?
have.
What was that conversation
That
like?
was wonderful. He called last night, and we chatted and talked about the common ground. He pledged, and I pledged, and we'll work together. He loved the city as much as I do, and he's really into listening to people, and people are saying, hey, let's fix our transit, right? The housing, right? People have been saying that, right? So he also his statement said today that Toronto is the engine, and he will make sure that people here and the business will thrive together. So let's do it together.
And Olivia,
and also his cabinet minister, Steve Clark, Housing and Municipal Affairs, also called. So we also spoke, and yeah, I'm looking forward to working with them.
Olivia, your campaign has been very positive. You never kind of attacked any of the other candidates the way they went at you. What do you think was kind of the source of your success in your campaign? What do you think set it apart from the others, given that, you know, people criticized that you didn't have a clear number for property tax, or that, you know, it was kind of, some people were confused by what you were kind of proposing. So what do you think is the secret?
The attacks are just campaign talks, right? I always like to connect and build relationship with people. It doesn't matter who they are. Find a place where we experience the same thing. My conversation with Anna Bailão was very positive, because I've known her for a long time. We both share the immigrant story, right? There's a lot we have in common. I spoke to Mark Saunders also, and yeah, we really believe in a safer city, right? And so is Brad and Josh, and they are sitting councillors. We had a conversation last night. Let's work together. We're ready. I asked Brad, when are we going to get a bike ride together?
Yeah, I saw a photo of you guys together at Pride as well.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And Josh knows so much, right? And he's eager to serve. And, well, let's come together. Lots of work ahead of us.
Like you said, we're ready to do this. All right, Mayor-elect Olivia Chow, once again, congratulations. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Thank you.
Take care.